Hi everybody, thank you for joining me. My name is Miss Jackie here at the Chula Vista Public Library. Today for S.T.E.A.M, we're also going to pair it up with the fun story that I'll share with you later. But we're going to be making sugar skulls in honor of the holiday Dia de los Muertos. Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, is a time-honored tradition where families and friends get together honoring the loved ones that have passed on. So sugar skulls are kind of part of an altar. So with the altar, you may see altars being created. The altars are created to remember and invite the loved ones back to us for a day, filling the altar with foods that they loved, their pictures, their favorite things, flowers, memorabilia, things that their souls and spirits will know that they've been remembered. And sugar skulls are just a fun, simple way of honoring their life, and it's also in honor of death. It's honoring their life and the death. It's a celebration of both. So without further ado, let's go ahead and make some sugar skulls. Very simple. And I'm going to tell you what you're going to need. You're going to need some sugar, plain granulated sugar, some meringue powder, water, and these sugar skull molds, which I found through Amazon, but perhaps some local stores may have them, especially as we get closer to the holiday, which is the day after Halloween. As we get closer to the holiday, you may see some of these being sold more and more in various spots of town. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so we're going to make the mixture very simple, and what we're looking for is a consistency of, say, beach sand. You know, when you're making a sand castle at the beach, kind of like that, it has a little bit of moisture but enough to compact it together. That's kind of the texture we're going to be looking for in this mixture. So, and I'll be posting the recipe online for you to follow. Okay, so we're going to start off with 4 cups of sugar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this mixture that I'm making now, it's probably good for maybe 8 medium-sized sugar skull molds. These are very small. These are the small ones. I could not find any of the bigger ones. Maybe you'll have better luck. But the recipe I'm making is for 8 medium-sized ones. So they're just one size larger than this. So I'm guessing maybe 16 of these. So if you're having a party, well, not during this time, making it socially distant, of course. But this mixture is very simple to make, very easy to use, and I'm going to keep going. So after the 4 cups of sugar, we're going to put 6 teaspoons of meringue powder. Okay, the meringue powder, you can get it pretty much at any craft store. 1, count with me, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that smells like sugar. Woo! 6. Smells like we're making some frosting here. So, all right. So now you can see that. Now, finally, 6 teaspoons of water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now comes the fun part of mixing it all up. Now again, what we want is the texture of moist beach sand. Okay. All right. So as you can see, I wish you could feel it, but you will once you do this on your own. It has a good consistency. Very soft, very light, like beach sand. So here's the fun part. I'm going to take one of my molds. I have a fun little cowboy. I guess he used to be a cowboy, a rancher at some point. But I'm going to pack in the mixture as much as I can. You want to just pack it in. Okay, you want to get as much in there as you can. Okay, and then we kind of flatten it out and make sure it's really nice and tight in there. really good. And then just brush off, so you want to make sure it's even. Just brush off the excess. And now you can get a piece of cardboard, a square piece of cardboard, or something flat, maybe a flat piece of plastic, a plate, because what you do now is you cover it, you turn it over, and you lift the mold up. Now, if the consistency is correct, it'll come out in one cool piece like that. And then we set it to dry overnight. You want to dry it overnight before you can decorate it. You want it nice and dry and hard, so it's fun, and that's the fun part, the decorating. So I'm gonna try it this time with the female. I'm gonna scoop it up, pack it in real tight. And while it's drying, maybe you want to take a trip over to the 99-cent store, dollar store, for some glitter glue sticks, maybe some glitter glue. You can even decorate with frosting, but if you really want, these are edible if you use frosting, but I don't know if your parents are willing to pay for a dentist bill after all that sugar. Besides, Halloween's coming up. You don't want all that sugar. Right, Stacy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so again, we'll get another piece of cardboard, turn it over, maybe tap it a bit. Now, it may break on you, and if it does, that's okay. Throw it back in the mixture, mix it on up, and pack it up again. All right, so stay tuned. We'll come back and decorate these when they're ready, nice and dry. Okay, so now I'm going to show you, these are what we made yesterday. We have the female, the Catarina, and we have the male over there. Again, these, we left them to dry overnight, so they're pretty hard, solid, edible, but I wouldn't recommend it. And so now we have a couple that have been decorated, and you can just use your own creativity. We used glitter glue from that you can buy at a craft store or 99-cent store, discount store. Put feathers, flowers. It's your creation. You do what you want with it, and have fun. Have fun with it for Dia de los Muertos. Now, in celebration of Dia de los Muertos, I'm going to share a very special story with you, and I hope you enjoy it. Today, in celebration of Dia de los Muertos, I'm going to share with you Rosita y Conchita, written by Erich Gonzalez and Erich Haeger, for permission from Muertos Publishing. Excuse me. It is the Day of the Dead, the 2nd of November. When our loved ones who've passed, we celebrate and remember. The spirits try with all their might to visit the living for just one night. En el pueblo chico vive una niña que se llama Conchita. Viene a preparar un altar para su gemela Rosita. Together they used to laugh and play until one day little Rosita passed away. So Conchita makes an altar for her sister so she can show her how much she's missed her. En el mundo de los muertos, antes de amanecer, Rosita piensa en su hermana porque la quiere ver. The celebrations have begun as people prepare and strive to greet their loved ones on the other side. But little Rosita doesn't smile or even dare to grin. She's too worried that her sister may have forgotten her lost little twin. Para Conchita, su hermana es difícil de olvidar. Le pone su comida favorita para que olor la ayuda a llegar. Her favorite foods. Rosita notices something in the air carried in the breeze. It tickles her nose and almost makes her sneeze. She knows the smell. It's her sister's own recipe. Chocolate chip enchiladas, and they can only be for me. Siguió el rico aroma por todas las calles, con mucho amino y mucha rapidez. Su naricita la guió y la vuelta de un rincón, donde había varios vendedores en el callejón. Su brazo de color le quedó muy mezclado, con el olor de tacos y churros que se había acumulado. Churros and tacos. Oh no, they're covering up the scent of her enchiladas. Oh, what terrible luck she's just been handed. Without the scent, she wound up quite stranded. Rosita looks around and dons the saddest kind of frowns as she's found herself lost in an unfamiliar part of town. She calls her sister's name. She begins to shout. She knows she needs to find Conchita before the time runs out. Conchita le pone a Rosita su favorita canción. Empieza a bailar y cantar con mucha emoción. ¿Sí? Así como le hacían los fuertes en el espejo. Espera que Rosita la oiga y a pesar de lejos. She's got to hear it now. Oh, but giving up, Rosita sits with her arms on her lap. She lowers her head and notices her toes start to tap. What's this? Could her ears be ringing? No, it's the sweet tones of her sister's singing. Gracias a ese sonido tan fino, Rosita de vuelta ha encontrado camino. Yes. Oh, there is hope. There is hope. But as soon as it started, her chase comes to a stop when her ears are startled by a rather loud pop. There's a massive parade of happy marching souls, all of them chasing the firecracker bowl. De tanto alboroto, los oídos se tapa, el sonido que se busca y el mero se escapa. Ya no se oye nada de lo que Conchita cantó, ha sido tapado por lo que el mariachi tocó. Rosita makes a dash away from the parade until all the noise begins to fade. She finds a quiet spot to rest upon, but it's no use, her sister's singing is now gone. El sol está bajando, ya se hace tarde. Conchita le pone velas a Rosita para ayudarle. Ya no se van tan oscuro al altar, las luces hacen a todo el color resaltar. It's getting late, but don't give up hope. With her hope now gone, she looks to the sky, trying as hard as she can just not to cry. But on the horizon, out very far, she sees the most beautiful twinkling star. Then appears another, and another, and another still. The stars keep appearing until her eyes are nearly filled. Rosita intenta alcanzar las luces, pero no puede, porque las tapan las nubes. Las busca y las busca, no sabe de qué hacer. Por tantas nubes de lluvia no hay nada que ver. Qué lástima de verdad, ya está por rendirse. Después de llegar tan lejos, no sabe a dónde irse. The clouds are coming up the stars now. Conchita places flowers on the altar with love and affection and hopes that these will give Rosita a little direction. She thinks marigolds will be a good reminder of their home so Rosita can find her. Rosita nota algo sobre el campo cerril. Es una flor muy preciosa, un cempasúchil. Recoge la flor, está tan bonita como las crecen en el pueblo donde vive Conchita. Flores como estas no crecen por acá. Rosita sabe que su hermana se acerca ya. Rosita picks up the flowers with a hop and a skip. She happily follows the trail until she feels a cold drip. Oh, that drip turns to 2 and then to 3 or more. From drops to rain, and it's a real downpour. Water spills down the street from the rain shower and washes away her trail of marigold flowers. Rosita tries not to lose the flowers to the rain, but they all wash down the cornerstone drain. Oh. Empapada y fría, Rosita busca dónde escaparse. Necesita encontrar algo con que taparse. Todo de rompe y Rosita se baña. Queda con poca esperanza en esta calle extraña. Desilusionada, Rosita empieza a llorar. Parece que con su querida hermanita no va a llegar. Oh no. Conchita worked on the altar from noon till night, yet something still didn't seem quite right. With all the decorations, it's a sight to behold, yet why does the altar seem so cold? But before she can find that missing piece, Conchita is called to join the dinner feast. Están muy separadas las hermanas, pero no sienten temor, porque lo que sienten adentro es un grande amor. Después de tantos obstáculos que la hicieron fallar, sabe que su corazón es lo único que ayuda a llegar. As she's about to leave, Conchita stops in her tracks. The altar doesn't need more candles or tasty snacks, nor flowers, nor linens with pretty beads. No, Conchita knows just what it needs. In a flash, she cuts across the rug, grabs the little doll, and gives it an enormous hug. Es un abrazo de amor que jamás se le quita, más de los que sabe es en una maniquita. El altar ya está completo, no hay más que agregar. Ya se tiene que ir Conchita, ya no puede esperar. Down by the road, a ray of light falls on Rosita's shoulder. She feels comforting warmth, like when her sister would hold her. Deep inside her heart, she feels a tug. She knows this warmth feels just like a hug. Abre los ojos para ver lo que es, pero solo hay rayos de la luz deslumbrantes. Es claro que esta luz que viene de arriba es el amor de su gemelita querida. Conchita's gift of love clears the clouds and the rain, where love and hope are all that remain. With her sister's love, she has been freed. Rosita now can close her eyes and let her heart lead. Después de una dura expedición, por fin Rosita ha llegado a su destinación. El altar que hizo Conchita es tan bonito que hasta le empieza a doler su corazoncito. And there on top of it all, Rosita spies a cute little doll. Rosita dará un brazo imponente que cansa, que brilla radiantemente. Le dice a su hermana en una voz suavecita, te extraño y te quiero, mi querida Conchita. Conchita feels a warmth surround her that can banish any chill. I love you too, Rosita, and I always will. The end. Thank you very, very much. And if you liked what you saw today, please make sure you subscribe, like us, tweet us, and on all our social media aspects, and you'll find it on chulavistalibrary.com. Thank you very much. Please remain safe, be careful. Happy holidays.